Hey everyone, Miasity here, welcome back. Today we're hoping to get to the mountain. We have to first go through the sluice, and then we're gonna have to go through another area. So we'll see what we can do. We have a lot of good relationship stuff to get through, so let's get through this as fast as possible.
To be counted on.
Sarmenti uses his Fade to Black, which we're gonna be using somewhat. Boudica gets greater dodge, really good. We use Encore. Dismiss removes all his damage over time. Amazing.
Unites the hopeful.
Al uses Demon Pulse. Armenti de-stresses. Another thing we use. Razor Wit. Al de-stresses. Another really good thing. Pistol Artillery. Boudica gets stressed down. If it bleeds, Al gets stressed down. More stuff we use pretty frequently. And last but not least, if we heal, Dismiss gets empowered, and Open Vein, Al gets greater dodge. This is really good. Kind of wish we would have gotten that on the boss, but maybe we'll get better on the boss. So let's go through the sluice quick and see what we can do.
Tread carefully and quickly. This.
We get a candle for going this way, we're going left. Now remember, last time we really did not have much for repairs because I was a little bit greedy with what we bought. So we're going to have to sit through that. This is a new pig.
This onslaught short-handed.
Wilbur? Oh my god, it's Wilbur! Alright, we are going to kill, or not kill, but get rid of the block here and the dodge with artillery. I didn't know Wilbur was in this game. That is awesome.
Empowered. Emboldened.
How do we want to go about this? Because if I harvest, I'm only going to hit Wilbur. We do want to get rid of Wilbur, though. I think what might actually be the better choice is empowering Boudica, or encoring her, rather. Because then she has to repair, but then she gets another turn, and we can use that to bleed out this stalker. Which now he's going to go on his turn, which is next turn, unfortunately, but that is what it is. We are going to Open Vein on Wilbur, getting him bleeding, and getting that bleeding debuff on him. Oh, wow, Wilbur got buffed. Dismiss is going to repair. We are going to Abyssal Artillery these two. He's dazed. This one goes down. Wilbur goes. He still has his squeal, huh? That's quite a bit of stress there. We are going to toe-to-toe. That way she's taunted and they're going to go at her. We are going to de-stress Sarmenti. Who is then going to Razor Wit to get the dodge on Boudica. I think I'm going to have her Adrenaline Rush to heal and get rid of the Blight. Oh, Al is going to have to repair. I was going to have him pull and get rid of the corpse, but I think that goes on the next turn anyway. Going to Open Vein again.
This is no time to falter.
Alright. I think this will put Wilbur at death's door. Yep. I was guessing he wasn't going to go down on his own. We are going to Encore so that we can Demon Pull. Clearing the corpse, putting him in front. We're then going to heal Boudica. Wilbur might go down on his turn, he might not. I'm not sure I didn't check his step blow resistance.
All problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
Wonder what he's gonna drop for us. That's a new one. And just to finish him off. Oh, he's stealthed. Never mind. Clearing the corpse. And your stealth does not matter anymore, sir. And that is that fight
A
down.
righteous action. Sweet reprieve.
Oh, we do get something for killing Wilbur.
Test is put before you.
Deliver to the inn to gain mixed treasure and plus 48. I think that's baubles. No, that's relics. Okay, that's a lot. I was not expecting that from a forced fight.
Albeit unsteadily.
Usually those do not give loot, so that's kind of cool. Actually, come to think of it, that's how I fought death too, isn't it? Well, we're gonna fight these guys too. See what we get. Yeah, that's just a brute this time around. So, let's start by taking out the carrion devourer so it can't eat anything. We're gonna encore Boudica so we can super bleed this guy. Bleed him out. It's a 9 bleed a turn on him. We are going to vulnerability hex him and bleed him out again.
A slow dissection.
15 bleed a turn. He goes down on his next turn.
End.
We can then demon pull him. So he'll be in front. We're gonna open a vein. He resisted even with the extra, huh? Toe to toe to get rid of our winded. And we are going to bleed out. This is our extra turn. And
Collaboration
Sarmenti
confers advantage.
can do this to get the dodge. Razor Whip. Bleed him out.
Malaise. Measured and
Might as well try to kill the Carrion Devourer there. Bleed again. Actually, no, we can't do that, so let's Howling End. And we are going to do this again, putting him at death's door. And since I don't think Demon Bolt can hit him, we're going to Vuln Hex him. And open a vein.
persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Failure pods. Interesting. Don't think we'll be using it, but that is an interesting trinket.
The loathing abates.
We went left last time and there's no candle, so we're going to be going right.
Our protection has been stripped to its last.
Ooh. What do we have here? Positive quirk or combat items? Let's go for the positive quirk. Shadowborn. I think that is... Oh. If flame less than 50%, plus 10 damage, and stealth. Do we have a better thing that we can throw on him for this? This is bugging me now that I saw that. Movement resistance. I mean, that would make him go slower, which I don't want to do. Otherwise, I would put the debuff resistance piercing on him so that his bleed resistance thing can go through. We don't have a serrated item, do we? Doesn't look like it. I want his crit. I mean, nothing's really gonna burn us, but yeah, we really don't. I could see a case for using this, actually. Because apply to attacker when... Oh wait, that's if he's diseased. I'm gonna take the gamble. That extra damage could add up.
And ancient waterways, the swine proliferate unseen and unchecked.
And he's bound to get one in here. Alright, we're going to want to get the worms first. That actually works because Sarmenti can harvest, eating them, comboing them. We are going to... Actually, she already has 2 things of taunt. So we're going to Howling End, killing one.
Early results are encouraging.
Since we can't hit the other one, we're just going to Open Vein on the dog. We are going to Demon Pull this one, getting rid of the corpse, and pulling them all in range. For now, at least. We're going to Encore her, so she can toe-to-toe and get back in place. I think it dies on its turn. No, still has a little bit. We are going to Vuln Hex one of the dogs. Also getting rid of its dodge, which is nice. We can then get rid of... Oh, I guess someone else was going to have to let that dog. This thing dies on its next turn, so we can Adrenaline Rush, or we can heal her. I am going to pull this dog, or not. Howling End, killing that dog.
The work continues.
Gonna take aim since I can't really hit what I want. Actually, I should have hit the... Oh, this one doesn't have the death store on it.
Empowered.
Fade to black, hitting Boudica back in place. We are going to just move him, saving the tokens, hitting the dog, bunch of spiders. I think I'm going to try to bleed out. Okay. That does still get her winded, but that's fine. Missile artillery to get rid of some dodge tokens.
Perhaps. Cooperation is the key.
Encoring again, because we're going to toe-to-toe, getting some taunt on her. And then we're going to get rid of these dodge tokens again.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Ismis is going to Open Vein on one of the spiders, getting good chunk on it.
You may outwit them yet.
Ooh. He's not the one I wanted the disease on. Okay, we are going to bleed out. This one is now going to bleed out. Demon pulling the spitter. Getting rid of corpse. Bleeding out. Comboing.
Malaise. Measured.
Opening a vein.
Steady.
Bleeding. It's now going to go down on its turn. Okay, we are gonna Razor Wit, getting rid of a dodge token. We are gonna Harvest, maybe getting rid of that one, only leaving one left. Demon Pulling to get rid of the corpses. And let's just kill it. Gonna bleed out, and we're good.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
Discounted combat and in items, that's going to be really good for us to kind of maximize things, and 2 more mastery points. Hero goal complete. We'll get even more candles from that.
The loathing whispers.
What's his even do? I mean, that's not horrible on him. I'm not too concerned about that. There's Wilbur again. Wow. Never see him and then see him twice in one thing. So I'm gonna do the stupid again and encore her so we can bleed out twice. I really don't like the Carrion Devourer. I don't want it eating other things. Now it's bleeding for 12 of its 16.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Gonna get rid of those tokens. And if he can hit for 4, it's gonna go down to Death's Door on its turn.
Strategy. Press on.
Oh! I didn't notice that the first time around. Alright, Sarmenti. Oh, no. Alisard. Alright, so we're gonna get Skitterer. Or try to. Getting Wilbur for a bit. Bleeding him.
Malaise. Measured and steady.
Adrenaline Rush. Healing her, getting rid of that bleed. Devourer goes down. Yeah, fading to black. Razor Wit. Artillery to get Skitterer. Howling End. He's not having a good day. Yeah, let's make sure he goes down.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Get Wilbur down. Do this and Skitterer down. Another mastery.
Still lingers in
Browsing Recorder.
Worn relics.
Not as good of a Wilbur kill that time.
The loathing abates.
And there's our inn.
The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
Villager Slayer, Peacemaker, and Flawed Release. It's not the worst on him. Wouldn't like it to be there, but it's not the worst. Bunch of mastery points, spacious strongbox, stacking for relics and baubles by 40 per stack. I mean, If I really needed space, that would be good. So let's go straight into these.
Quickly, when survival demands it.
Just because they're the only ones I haven't upgraded, I suppose. And after that, I guess we're just upgrading random stuff. I don't know.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Alright, is there anything I would like to stock up on for other fights? We know we want some of the food stuff for our rabbit. So that's worthwhile. I have that for Boudica. I can probably get another one just to have her go through the next region with it. Having the dartboard would actually be good to go into the mountain with as well. Actually, I might want to use that for what we're going up against as well. And how is all of this doing? Max, very friendly. 2, and then, alright. So he needs 5 with Boudica. I think we can do some of that. We only got 2 of these. That was slightly unfortunate. Max with everyone. Needs 2 with Boudica. And needs 2 with Boudica. So if we can get 4, we're good. And we might as well do that.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Oh wait, I thought I had some of this stuff
Planning
equipped.
and mindfulness.
Did it revert back?
Survival is sharpened steel.
No wonder I didn't get some of that stuff. I had equipped this and then it didn't go back.
Meet
Darn.
each challenge on its own terms.
We would have had some flapjacks by now, which I would have liked. And we will go...
Everywhere in ruin.
What's this?
Everywhere in need.
I do think we want this. So let's do True Evil and go to the Foetor.
Continues to spread its tendrils of rot and pestilence.
Making sure that's on there. Provisioner. I'm going to get the dartboard. 2 dartboards, actually, because we're going to use one now. We're going to use one for the mountain. I feel like the wax inoculants would be a good idea to use, too.
Something to
On everyone
ease the
but
rigors
Dismas.
of the road.
So we'll do that really quick. And then we want these 2 hitting as hard as possible and critting, so we'll do that. We have other stuff that we're saving for the boss. And we'll grab a book of creative insults so that we can use that on Boudica as well. And we're going to go to the Foetor.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
Alright, Dismas getting greater dodge from Adrenaline Rush. Greater dodge and Empower. Alright.
While the heart still beats,
Healing, that's a good one. And removing some debuffs.
aspiration unites the hopeful.
De-stress, and we're not going to use solo. De-stressing and de-stressing for some more common moves. And that's too bad that we won't be using those. Alright. Let's see if I can do this one without any casualties this time around.
Crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
Alright, so there's a few things I would like to hit. Let's see if it's plausible. So I want to go to the watchtower, and it said 2 ingresses. So if I go to this ingress and then this ingress, I'm good. So let's hit this watchtower and go here, go up. Yeah, alright. Ooh. No repairs, that's going to be sketchy. Let's actually go middle, then watchtower, because then we don't have less of a chance of getting bad stuff happening to us, and we still have a route to the ingresses. Nice, we got 3 food from that. %, HP and damage. Wow. Alright, we're gonna empower him. This would only do 4 to 8. So let's pull the urchin.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each
I'm
other.
gonna vulnerability hex it. If I really want it to go down. I'm gonna open a vein.
Malaise, measured and
Bleed out the lost soul. And we're kind of set up now. Round 2. Gonna abyssal artillery. Now the urchin is gonna die on its turn. Gonna open vein on the woodsman. Toe to toe on the lost soul. Now it dies on its turn, and Boudica is taunted for the woodsman.
This is no time to falter.
Alright, fade to black. Comboing. We are going to open vein.
the fiend's strength dwindles.
Wit. Adrenaline rush. And now she's out of range of the heal, so we're gonna Vulnax. Alright, now how do I want to do this? Let's encore Boudica so she can heal herself. Going to bleed out. Getting the heal from the attack. Open vein, bleeding him.
A slow dissection.
We are going to weaken and curse him just in case. And we're going to bleed him out again.
Bravo!
Goes to Death's Door. We can her vulnerability hex since that's what we can do. And we are going to open vein. 24 round.
Can be brought to heal.
Toe to toe, healing, killing.
An inkling of potency still lingers in.
And just a normal sharpness charm. Not going to use it. Actually, unfortunately, 1, I think I read Sickening Silence wrong. 2, I do think there's better things that we can put on. No, sharpness charm would down his speed, which I don't want to do. Okay, Towering Feast. Once again, encoring Boudica. Gonna bleed out the lady. Going to art. Actually, no, let's weaken and curse him so we can get the combo on him. Opening a vein. Bleeding out again. She goes down, he's gonna take a huge chunk. Alright, now we're gonna vulnerability hex the Lord. Open vein on him. Toe to toe. Get rid of our winded. Some backhand there, buddy. We're gonna fade to black. Hitting him. He should die or go to death's door on his next turn, meaning basically can focus on her. Fade to black again. Bleed out.
A slow
She
dissection.
goes down on her turn.
An unavoidable end.
So we can weakening curse her just in case. Death door on the Lord, and I think we win the fight.
A steady subtraction. An invariable result. Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Fly on hit if noxious item equipped. Gain on snuff. I am slightly curious. No, okay.
Wheels askew.
There's our last wheel.
Be prudent.
Here's our watchtower. We're gonna want to do that hoarder. Okay, this time I'm harvesting to get the bleed on both of them. We are going to vulnerability head. Actually, no. We're gonna pull her. That way we can get rid of her. She goes down on her turn. Howling End on him, just to do some damage. Encoring, so she can toe-to-toe and get rid of the winded. Getting rid of the corpse, so he's back in front. Bleeding him out. And repeating the process.
The fiend's
He should go down to death's door. He's weakened. Going to vulnerability him so we can do more damage. We need to, and killing him.
The past is gone.
Mastery point. I will take it.
Die.
Hero goal complete. More candles. Alright. So let's see what we can nab from the hoarder. Because if I can get anything that's handy,
But its
it
prices
worth
remain
it.
fixed.
gain on crit melee skills if it bleeds. Plus, does that include this? That's why I'm always confused about that, is if it bleeds skill, and it isn't listed as if it bleeds. It's just a melee skill. Gain on crit melee skills plus that would be amazing to have on her. And actually, never mind, I can't even get it, so I don't know why I'm contemplating it. But that is a question I have. So if it says if it bleeds skills, not if it bleeds skill, or just if it bleeds. So that makes me think that it encompasses more than just if it bleeds. Or maybe it's it bleed out too, and maybe like bloodlust. I don't know. Or at least it should be these two. Really thought he'd have a little bit more. I don't really remember what the boss has. I think it's just a melee skill. Gain on crit melee skills plus if it bleeds skill. If it bleeds skill, 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 I think it's just horror, but you can never be too careful with these things, so... Oh, I have way too many of these. I'm not going to use the Pouch of Lie. At this point, the pot and still is basically worthless.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
I think that's what's going to be useful for now. I know we can't get anything that requires the baubles, so... yeah, we'll just head on from there. And then we... you know, I really do want to try the Shambler. I think it's stupid of me to do it. I mean, it's stupidly stupid of me to do it. But I really want to try the Shambler. If I'm going to do stupid things in this run, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to test out this group. I probably should go to the cache and see what I can get, but I do think that if I'm going to get something good, I'm going to get it from the Shambler.
Coming obstruction.
My one worry is that he might have really good bleeding resistance, which I don't remember. I think it's just blight resistance, to be honest, but... because I can still go to the ingresses from here.
The sacrifice of hope opens the gate to ruin. Offer of yourself if you crave the void.
And see, the last few times I've gone here, I've only had this choice, avoid plus negative quirk. I haven't had anything like this. So we're gonna see what happens.
The walker from beyond the stars.
Oh, lovely.
A shambling heart.
He has extra resistance. And no, he doesn't have the resistances I thought he did, but it's still not great. So we are gonna start by trying to make him bleed. I think I'm gonna try to get Dismas back in position. Let's weakening him. And then open vein just to get him bleeding. Vulnerability hex, getting rid of that guard of his. We're going to duelist advance. Yeah, duelist advance. I'm going to, if it bleeds again, because if we can get that bleeding on him, we're set. And we're gonna Razor Whip to try to hit him down more. Harvesting. We're gonna try to pull the little bugger. Because he does not run away from me. How does that feel? This is revenge from my other group. Alright, just to get rid of her winded. Hey, Al, buddy. Get rid of its quirks. Gonna if it bleed again. Bleeding this thing. It's gonna go down pretty quickly. So we're gonna start healing up because the next few fights might be a little rough. This thing's gonna go down on its next turn, meaning we can focus entirely on this one.
Darkness encroaches, inexorable.
Gonna highway robbery, stealing these tokens.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
Healing Boudica so she doesn't die. One down. Oh, good thing he's not going. Open a vein.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
And 5 to 8. Yeah, between these two, we should be able to kill it.
They falter, so press your advance. Sweet reprieve.
2 mastery, 100 flame.
Test is put before you.
Ethereal dust. Clear all skill cooldowns. That's gonna be very clutch. Greater Heartseeker plus 10% crit, and Eyes of the Void. Apply on hit. Stress equal 5. Oh, that is a mini game in of itself. If we hit something and our stress is 5, we give 5 blight, bleeding, and burning, but we gain a stress. I think I know how to leverage that.
The loathing abates.
I just have to look at who it's going to be best on. Because quite honestly, we're missing good trinkets for a few people. I can have Greater Heartseeker on him. Actually, I want this on Boudica, because she's the one with the most cooldowns. And we gotta go to those ingresses for the item we want. I can't believe we did the Shambler that easily. So the unfortunate thing is we're going to have another fight after this because of the rough patch. Yeah, we're just going to if it or harvest. Because we're gonna just try to beat those guys up while they're there. We are going to bleed out. Opening a vein.
An opportunity. Squandered.
Abyssal artillery. She's gonna need to heal. Let's actually encore this time. Then we can do this. Boudica can Adrenaline Rush, getting rid of her Winded, healing herself net. Now every time she attacks, she's going to heal. I'm going to open a vein, so we bleed him more. And we should be good to do this. Two down. Very nice that we got past that dodge. Let's see if we can do this. All right.
Rely only upon each other.
Another mastery. Ooh, the Jester's Finger. If target bleeding, plus 25% damage, slice off skills. See, that's another one that I'm kind of on the fence about, because Slice Off and Harvest seem like they're in the same skill set. So this would be a good chance to test that.
The loathing abates.
Does he get many positive tokens? I haven't actually been paying attention to that. I guess if anything, I would rather him not be stunned. She does not get many positive tokens, so we can get rid of that. We're not going to have many burning cases anymore. We can get rid of this. Cruel Intent is not going to help us out. I'm not going to be putting Lashing Tides on. Probably not going to be putting that on. Definitely not going to be putting Strong Shackles on. I think we're good for now. Hoping that we can get like stale bread or something by running stuff over, but it doesn't really seem like it. Not having that luck. And here's the Anquintarian.
The damage and be off.
What kind of luck is this? That we're like Wilbur and then all this other stuff.
Keys to her own salvation.
Alright, I remember how we had to fight her last time. We basically have to get rid of all her ads first. Oh, but this is a different one. We have to protect the coach while fighting her. This is going to be rough.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
Alright, so let's just AoE while we can.
Bafflement and
Ooh, she's stunned. And blinded. Alright, let's have him harvest so that they bleed. I'm gonna try to kill this one. Odika then can kill him on her turn.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks
This is not
beyond.
going well. This is going to do what we need it to do. No, no, no. Okay. I think we should be fine now. So let's kill him. Oh, I didn't think about her.
You may outwit them yet.
He dies. He can't hit. Alright.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Now it's just her. He needs to heal himself. Even the littlest amount is fine. Going to actually encore so we can heal more. And we're going to Demon Pull to get her in the front row. Didn't need to hit her, I just needed the corpses gone.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Alright, now we're fine. I think we're good no matter what. We're gonna weaken her. Not that she's already weakened, I guess, but whatever. And we're going to Wicked Slice. Wheels. We didn't get anything for that one, which is a little disappointing considering it was the Anquintarian.
We move once more. albeit unsteadily.
Here's our second ingress. And this gets us haste and empower, so we're going to go with that. Not sure if that's just on Dismas or everyone. Alright, there's an altar. I don't like that. And it looks like Al is going second, so we're going to leave that be. Harvest, getting rid of the guard and trying to bleed. We are going to pull the altar. That didn't work so well. Yeah, bleeding out the evangelist in front of us. Bleeding out the other evangelist.
An opportunity squandered.
Getting rid of the taunt. Suppose he has to do something, so he's going to get rid of the guard. Oh boy. We're gonna... You know what, let's just harvest again.
Steady yourself.
And Boudica, as much as I want to start hurting him, is going to Adrenaline Rush.
Cooperation is the key.
Can't harvest, so let's Razor Wit. Healing Dismas a bit. Abyssal Artillery to hit the altar. Duelist Advance to hit the altar again. Gonna try to put this one at Death's Door so it bleeds out.
A deliberate.
That's at least one down us to deal with. We are going to de-stress. Finally getting rid of... Oh no, we can't do that. So we are going to Vuln Hex, getting rid of his guards.
This is no time to falter.
Since he's not healing anymore, we're going to try to bleed him. Toe to toe. Bleed him out. Bleed him out again because we can. Fade to Black to put him at Death's Door. He should die on his turn. Artillery to try to kill the altar. Now we're just dealing with the cherub. And we're gonna take aim. Duelist Advance.
Excellent work.
So we can hit it. We are going to Razor Wit. Pulling it. At least getting rid of the corpses. So either way, we got him. And getting rid of the Winded. You know what? Let's just end it. I was gonna try to encore Al to heal, but I don't think that was gonna do very much.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Don't think I'm gonna be using either of those, but I will take them just in case, for whatever reason, they're not in my thing. Alright, from here, I kind of would like to go to the hospital. And then we can go up to the creature den. So if we go to the hospital, we can at least get rid of one of the diseases, if not both. Especially now that I'm not... I know that that thing isn't going to work on Dismas, and I haven't been paying attention to the other thing I wanted to test on Sermenti.
The loathing whispers.
She understands the futility of her work, but undertakes it nonetheless.
Alright, so Tarantism is forward or back by 10 or 5% dodge. I mean, that's workable, especially with the fact that neither of them really need to be in position 2 or position 4, so I might be able to just have them stay there, but Typhoid I really want to get rid of.
The treatment is harsh, but undeniably effective.
Anything in here that might be useful. Clarifying Poultice, definitely a keeper. So from here, let's get rid of this because we want to do more damage with her. Get rid of this just in case she goes over stress.
We need not be defined by our shortcomings.
I understand that was a lot of our baubles, but I think we have a lot of stuff in reserve, and getting rid of a lot of the things that could potentially make the boss go wrong.
There's danger on this.
Rather than having baubles in reserve to buy things that might be there and might not, is probably the better choice.
Mind your wheels. They have nothing left to give.
And then we can make it to the rampart without any more problems. Like, no more surprise fights. So let's do the empowered fight. I want the Carrion Eater down, so we're going to Encore. Bleed out. Artillery, getting rid of the tokens. Open Vein.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
He's stunned, that's fine. They all go next round. We are going to Vulnhex him.
Agony by accumulation.
I'm thinking I want to Open Vein again.
Any being, however horrid, can be brought to heel.
Because then if we bleed out... Oh, we missed, but he would have bled out on his next turn then. Fade to Black to combo him and get rid of the dodge.
And carelessness. Hallmarks of the unprepared.
Razor Wit. Artillery. Eight. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the Spitter, or at least try to. Well, that gets rid of our dog problem. We are going to toe-to-toe to get her back in front and get rid of the Winded for the next fights. Getting rid of the Spitter.
A simple variable, easily resolved.
Fade to Black, getting him back in place. Adrenaline Rush, healing, getting rid of the blight. Toe to toe to heal and, you know, get everything on her. Let's do this for now. Encore. We are going to pull. Now he's in front, no corpses. Vuln Hex. And Open Vein. Better than I expected there. Alright. Bleed out. Artillery. Open Vein. Okay, we're gonna need to heal Dismas. We're really gonna need to heal Dismas. We're gonna harvest for now. I think we're okay to do that. Yeah. Harvesting again. Oh boy. Uh, 3 and 6, so we're gonna bleed him out. Healing Dismas. Wow, they really want his blood. That is not good. Okay, had me scared for a little bit. Al goes before Dismas, so we're fine. Harvesting. Healing, because I don't trust that health. Open Vein.
Measure out your violence.
They are just being mean.
Judiciously.
Toe to toe. I really... Oh wait, that's a different dog. I just realized that. Gander. You, sir, I've had enough. 1, why are you different? 2, what do you do other than carry? Bleed out. Almost like an undead dog there. Very high of every resistance, huh? He's blinded. But I don't really trust that, so I'm going to get a dodge, at least on Dismas.
Darkness encroaches.
Oh.
Inexorable.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get around that. Alright, so we are going to
Lethality.
do what we can here. I think we're gonna have to bite a bullet and use some of this. Anyone's gonna get pissed if I don't heal them, so we're gonna do the Jester. I'm at least gonna kill the Weber. I think we need to do Boudica. I don't care about the repercussions.
Yes, arrest this collapse.
Okay, good dodge. I hit the wrong button there and got a little scared. We need attacks going at Boudica, so we're toe-to-toeing. She has health, she can take it. Everyone has health now. This heals Dismas. Dismas can try to bleed Gander, putting it at death's door as well. This is another damned if I do, damned if I don't. But... okay, Gander is down. Let's see what we get.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze
Really?
the
That's
trail
it?
to your redemption.
For how much trouble that thing gave me, I was expecting a little bit more.
The loathing abates.
And then we can go right for the assistance encounter. Get a loathing, and then go to a barricade.
The void has
I think that will be
reality
better.
once more.
Because we can recover a little bit more.
The loathing whispers.
Okay, that's in supplies, scouting, or food and supplies minus flame. I think I'm gonna take that actually because we want the food. I know they don't like it, but we can recover that at least. And look at all of that.
It is ours now. Your coach is laden. You can carry no more.
So we can get rid of one nightshade. Pipeweed is probably going to be useful. Probably don't need all these milk-soaked bandages. Probably one will do. I want the stimulants. I want the mineral spring water. Probably better to have that. The linoleum or whatever. Probably not going to use that fisherman's line as much as I want to. Disarming dagger can go. Guarding gauntlet can go. Sacrificial host can go. Rousing recorder can go. And we're good. Now just the fight and the rampart. More cheese. Alright. So I can do 3 to 4 to them with bleeding. I think that's the better choice right now. Dismas can get this one bleeding. Going to Ball and Hex this one for Boudica. And get her stress down. Boudica is going to... actually, can we do this and take him out? Probably. Also de-stressing there.
Bafflement and vexation.
Sermenti is going to harvest again. He's stunned. We need to heal a little bit, so we're gonna do that. Boudica can heal herself. So we're gonna heal
This road
Dismas.
cannot be walked alone.
Like I said, she can heal herself, so that's what we're gonna do.
There remains a foothold out of this mire. Now climb.
We are going to encore him to clear the corpses. Also trying to get him in front. This also gets stressed down on Boudica, so why not? Opening a vein. And we're done.
The unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Now, this is a fight I'm a little worried about. if it still has the same thing in it. Which, traditionally, I think they are all the same at the ramparts. Well, that was my cat that just came off the window. Like, what the heck just fell? She's running from the rain.
Push this halfway
Lovely.
corner
Okay, it is back.
to the void.
So I am going to do something. I'm going to encore Al because I want him to do two things here. I want a weakening curse on this so it can't blow me to smithereens. And then I'm going to demon pull the altar so I can try to take it out. We are then going to try to absolutely obliterate the altar. I have a plan here for this guy, so I'm going to try to highway robbery and take the block off of him. This is where things get a little hard with choices. I think I'm going, just so I can rip him a new one, I'm going to Vuln Hex him. That's what I was afraid of.
Given their last.
Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. How much is this gonna do? Because of the weakening that much. Alright, we're not going to let that happen. We're gonna adrenaline rush. We're then going to fade to black, comboing him. I'm taking aim, so he has crit on him. I'm gonna weakening curse him. Actually, this is probably a bad idea, but we're gonna stimulant first.
Collaboration confers
And then,
advantage.
yeah, we're going to weakening curse him so he can't blow us a new one. I was gonna pull and get him in range for if or bleed out, but then that would get rid of the vulnerable. So we're gonna Howling End, take a huge chunk out of him. You're then going to do this on Dismiss, getting his stress down. And he's gonna go twice. Dismiss is going to open a vein, getting him bleeding. Or at least try. Going to combo again with Razor Wit. You're going to toe-to-toe, healing her. And we are going to Vulnerability Hex, so that he takes a huge chunk on his next hit. Or at least he would have if it would have landed.
Once again, teetering on that
no.
terrible precipice.
No!
A warrior's death. Redemptive and transcendent.
Encoring so we can get rid of the Clarion Caller. And a Duelist Advance. Weakening Curse. The Hellion was doing so well. So well. Vulnerability Hex. Open Vein. That Exemplar, man. Razor Wit.
An interminable conflict.
Razor Wit again. He's gonna have to dance with Dismas now. We're gonna open vein.
Lethality writ large. Trapped, held captive by fear.
And we're going for that kill.
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
Well, we got a bunch of masteries, just in case. We got our trinkets back from her, we got the ethereal dust back, and we got wounding words, which I think could potentially be very good. So let's take this stuff and see who we get. The unfortunate part is, like, I had basically planned on taking Bodica into there. I don't think I need Blight resistance. This time we at least have 3 of our 4 that we wanted. And they're really good ones. So...
The roaring heart does much for the weary body. Even more, perhaps, for the restless soul.
Okay, so we got the Plague Doctor. We can make this work, I think. I need to think about this for a second. I really do think that there's a way to make this work. I just need to really look at this, so I'm probably going to do this off recording and show you guys what I come up with later. I do think Cause of Death is going to be the main thing I'm going to use on her, because if we can build up enough bleed with these two, and probably her, to be honest, and maybe Blight, like, I'm not sure which is going to be which. We're going to absolutely destroy things. That being said, we need to go to the Provisioner and do
For
things.
wealth no longer has meaning.
Oh,
If
actually,
indeed it ever did.
in items 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20. So we're at the max for... Or we're at +5 for our rabbit. I think that's how it works.
The next stop is lead.
Yeah, +5 max HP.
Plan accordingly.
And we might be able to get another flapjack out of it.
There is nothing for it now but to press on, come what may.
I can get more clarifying poultices, that would be good. I definitely want it on Dismas. And I'm going to be using her like I think I am. I think I want it on her. I can get more. Okay.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Here's the other one. So now everyone has their clarifying poultices. I'm going to put the Seeing Sphere on him because convert the weakness into empower, and just however else I use him is pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's going to be worthwhile. I can get a lot more of the bread if I need it, but let's see about getting... Oh wait, and then... Can this crit? Doesn't say it can't crit. But let's put the whetstone on Dismas, and let's put a whetstone on her. I want Dismas going quickly. Wax inoculants. Really do not want him moving too much. I think we're gonna make most of the attacks collect dismiss. We already used this. Can we stack that? We can. Alright, so now making sure they go last.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
And because she's not good with anyone, she's actually unfriendly with the others, so we're going to need to fix that. And unfortunately, so I think that'll work. And that'll have to be that for the boss, and we will have to go to that next time because this episode went on a lot longer than I thought it would. We are pretty much as set as we can go because other than me picking skills for the Plague Doctor, because I wasn't expecting to lose Botica there. That is what it is. So we'll see if we can beat Obsession next time. So, as always, wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.